Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today I will be presenting on case studies on radiological emergency response and preparedness. This presentation is meant two significant radiological incidents, the Kistim disaster of 1957 and the Tokaimura nuclear accident of 1999. These case studies highlight critical lessons in emergency response, communication and safety protocols. Radiological emergencies, which often involve the accidental release of radioactive materials, pose serious threat to public health, safety, and the environment. While rare, these incidents can have long-lasting and severe impact, making it essential to have effective emergency response plans in place. The Kistim disaster of 1957 and the Tokaimura nuclear accident of 1999 are two critical examples of radiological emergencies that provide valuable lessons in nuclear safety, emergency preparedness and response. The Kistim disaster, caused by an explosion at a Soviet nuclear facility, resulted in widespread contamination, while the Tokaimura accident, due to improper handling of uranium, led to radiation exposure to workers. Both cases, though involving different causes, share common challenges such as communication breakdowns, poor communication among stakeholders, and deficiencies in public safety measures. Analyzing this incident is essential to identify the gaps in existing emergency response strategies, improve nuclear safety protocols, and enhance public awareness and preparedness for similar events in the future. For case study 1, Kistim disaster, Russia, 1957. Emergency response plan and preparedness. The Kistim disaster occurred due to a chemical explosion at the Mayakon nuclear complex, leading to extensive radioactive contamination. Approximately 10,730 individuals were evacuated, with 1,154 relocated within 2 weeks due to dangerously high radiation levels. Protective measures included restricting contaminated food sources and monitoring radiation exposure to minimize health risks. The incident highlighted critical gaps in emergency preparedness and the absence of regulatory standards for nuclear emergencies. It led to the creation of international safety guidelines by organizations like IAEA and WHO to improve nuclear emergency management. The disaster underscored the importance of better coordination among government agencies and public safety measures in responding to nuclear threats. Sources of radiological emergency. The Kistim disaster occurred on September 29, 1957 when a cooling system failure in a radioactive waste tank at the Mayak Production Association in Russia caused a chemical explosion. This explosion released approximately 20 millicuries of radioactive material into the environment, resulting in severe contamination. The radioactive plume from the explosion spread over 300 km area, creating a significant environmental contamination and posing serious health risks to nearby populations. The release of radiation also formed the East Euro Radioactive Trace (EURT), and an area of instant contamination that remained for many years. Around 38,500 individuals who participate in the cleanup operation receive external radiation doses ranging from 220 to 950 millisievert, leading to significant health concern. The disaster impact was worsened by systematic neglect, including inadequate safety protocols, poor emergency planning, and a lack of effective communication, which hindered effort to mitigate the damage. Classification of accident. The Kistim disaster, which occurred in 1957 at the Mayak Production Association in Russia, was caused by a cooling system failure in a radioactive waste storage tank, resulting in a chemical explosion that released 20 million curies of radioactive material. The explosion created the East Euro Radioactive EURT, a contaminated area of 300 km by 50 km, forcing the evacuation of 10,000 residents due to dangerously high radiation levels. Long-term health effects such as increased cancer risk were observed in the exposed population, and the disaster was made worse by systematic neglect, including poor safety protocol and inadequate management of radioactive material. Evaluation of emergency response. The Kistim disaster exposed serious issues in emergency response, including communication failures that made it difficult to convey the severity of incident and necessary protective actions. Resource limitations such as outdated technology slowed down the response and reduced its effectiveness, while the rapid spread of contamination complicated evacuation and cleanup efforts. Key stakeholders involved include government authorities who face delays in coordinating the response, the local population who were evacuated but still face long-term health risks, and the scientific community which studied the health impact of radiation exposure. The response did achieve some critical outcomes such as the successful evacuation of affected individuals and decontamination efforts, but the disaster highlighted the need for better communication, more resources, and stronger preparedness in managing nuclear emergencies. For recommendations, to improve future emergency response, clear plans defining roles for all stakeholders, effective coordination between government agencies and NGOs, specialized training programs, and public awareness campaigns are essential for better preparedness and community involvement. Integrating advanced technologies for real-time monitoring and response, along with investing in research and innovation for disaster management, will enhance preparedness and adaptability to evolving threats. For case study number 2, Tokaimura nuclear accident in Japan, 1999. Emergency Response Plan and Preparedness. The Tokaimura nuclear accident in 1999 revealed both strength and weakness in Japan's emergency response system, which was influenced by past accidents like Chernobyl and TMI-2. Key strengths include systems like SPEDI, which predicted radiation exposure, and COSTA, which tracked the operation of the accident, along with effective local emergency communication networks and radiation monitoring. Despite this strength, coordination among different agencies and government levels were poor, causing delays in the dissemination of information. The emergency command system lacked effective communication strategies, leaving the public uninformed about the evolving situation. The accident highlighted the need for an all-hazard approach that incorporates lessons from the other sectors to improve overall resilience and emphasize the importance of better coordination and communication for future nuclear emergencies. Sources of radiological emergency. The Tokaimura nuclear accident on September 30, 1999 was caused by improper handling of enriched uranium, where workers loaded an uranyl nitrate solution into a precipitation tank beyond its critical mass limits, triggering a criticality event. The 3 workers involved in the incident received high radiation dose, with the most affected individual receiving 5.4 grade of neutrons and 8.5 grade of gamma rays, leading to severe health complications and 2 fatalities, while the overall release of radioactivity into the environment was minimal, leading to limited public health risks. The incident resulted in significant regulatory changes in Japan nuclear safety protocols and influenced global nuclear safety practice. Classification of accident. The Tokaimura nuclear accident, as classified as a level 4 incident on the INES, was caused by improper handling of enriched uranium, resulting in a criticality event that exposed 3 workers to high radiation dose, leading to acute radiation syndrome and 1 fatality. Although the environmental release of radioactivity was minimal and public radiation exposure was low, the incident prompted the safety protocols and regulatory change in Japan nuclear safety practice, with some arguing that the overall response and outcome were more favorable than initially assessed. Evaluation of emergency response. The Tokaimura nuclear accident exposed major gaps in emergency response, especially in communication, coordination, and public safety measures. The accident was caused by a criticality event at a uranium processing facility, resulting in severe radiation exposure for workers and nearby residents. Emergency response challenges included communication failures, lack of coordination between local authorities and emergency service, and poorly executed evacuation and sheltering protocols. The incident led to significant radiation exposure, prompting a revelation of Japan nuclear safety protocols and regulatory reforms, though the effectiveness of this change remain under scrutiny. For recommendations, emergency plans should incorporate both security and radiological protection measures with clearly defined roles and responsibilities for local, regional, and national authorities to ensure efficient decision-making during emergencies. Regular training and simulation exercise should be conducted for emergency responders to improve decision-making and coordination under pressure, alongside public awareness campaigns to educate citizens on emergency procedures. Communication system must be upgraded with investment in real-time data analysis tools and the creation of centralized information hub to improve coordination among agencies and stakeholders. These strategies aim to improve emergency preparedness with a focus on continuous adaptation of protocols to address evolving threats. Next, for comparative analysis, The first one is emergency plans. Both incidents reveal poor planning and unclear roles among authorities, causing delays in response. Strong coordinated plans with clearly defined responsibilities are essential for handling nuclear crises effectively. Training and drills. In Tokaimura, respondents lack consistent practice and KISS team showed the need for specialized training. Regular drills and realistic simulation are vital to prepare for high-pressure situations. And the third one is public awareness. During Tokaimura, public panic highlighted the need for educating citizens about emergency procedures, while KISS team showed the dangers of communities being unaware of radiation risks. Communication system, Tokaimura demonstrated the importance of real-time data sharing and centralized information hubs, while KISS team revealed how outdated communication method was the disaster. And the last one is advanced technology. Tokaimura showed the value of using modern tools to monitor radiation, and KISS team emphasized the need to adopt innovative technologies and flexible protocols for better disaster response. In conclusion, the KISS team disaster 1957 and the Tokaimura nuclear accident 1999 showed the need for better emergency response to nuclear incidents. Both events reveal issues with communication, coordination, and public safety. They taught us that emergency plans should include both security and radiological protection, with clear roles for everyone involved. Regular training and public awareness are also important for better response in emergencies. Effective communication systems are essential, and new technologies can help improve coordination and information sharing. This lesson can help us be better prepared for future nuclear accidents.